So I'm kind of cranked up this morning, and I want to do a video about how the courts have the intention, the will, the purpose, and the actuality of tricking you at every turn. In Connecticut right now, I've got a client who has communication disability, and they know it. And so every time this client goes in, they use terms like support person. 42 U.S. Code 12203B does not allow for or provide for a support person. These are terms and words that the court uses to trick you. 42 U.S. Code 12203B allows for an individual, any individual. I'm certified as an ADA advocate, but any individual can aid and encourage you in the exercise and enjoyment of your rights under the ADA. And the courts, it says 42 U.S. Code 12203B says it's unlawful to interfere with this. So what do? They go and they make up rules about support persons and how these people can attend and how they cannot attend. That's called eligibility criteria under the ADA Title II. Eligibility criteria that tends to screen out or deny access to disabled individuals. They can't do that either, but they do it. And they're doing it to this client. And it's pissing me off. And the last video that I did with this Maureen Price Borland, she's in Connecticut, and she's one of the ones doing this. There's another one, Stephen somebody, can't remember if his name was Jacoby or Jacobs. But I mean, there's several judges that are doing it to this client. And you have to be aware that, you know, to kind of paraphrase what William Gorin says on his blog, Understanding the ADA, which is a very good resource, by the way. If you haven't seen that, you should go visit it and join his mailing list. But William Gorin says there are no magic words to invoke the ADA. And then he says something to the effect of, but it helps to use them. And that's what I do as an advocate. I go to the ADA and I cite the ADA word for word when I use the advocacy that I'm doing. And I go in and I put these things in writing and right in front of them. And so there can be no confusion and no deniability and no disclaimer that what I said was what I meant. And then if the courts won't give you access, I give clients a script to use. And it's very important to stick to the script, because once you start saying stuff other than what's on the script and agreeing with their terms and words that they've used to twist away the ADA rights that you have, you're fucked. And so I just wanted to let you know, and none of this should be construed as legal advice, but I'm letting you know that I've been doing this almost 8 years. And I want to shout out also to Dr. Huffer, the late Dr. Karen Huffer, who made me aware of all this, who trained me, who was my friend, who was my mentor. She was upset, but not nearly as aggressive as I am. And sometimes it makes me wonder if I got into the wrong field, because I don't know how to do anything half-assed as far as going for someone's rights. But man, this is it's a cesspool. The American courts have become a cesspool. And let me say this too. I'm going to say this, and I may split this into another video. But if you're calling a judge your honor, you're confused. Because people who sit in black robes and sit 4 foot above everyone else and claim judicial immunity and then act corruptly and maliciously and don't face any accountability at all, those are not honorable people. They're scum of the earth. They're social deviants. And if you and I did that, we'd be under the jail. And I've done videos and documents on my Substack about judicial immunity and how it's a pullover from the monarchical kingdom in England, and it equates with the king can do no wrong. And that's bullshit. We have what's supposed to be a constitutional republic, but we don't have one. I mean, all this has been abandoned. Basically, everything's administrative now. They've twisted everything around. But see, the ADA is still in effect. And you are supposed to have ADA rights to get into court under Title II. So I'm letting you know, be aware of this. And if you call them judge if you want to. But I can't tell you how many clients I've had that say, they write their documents and they're like, respectfully, and, may it please the court. And, all this is decorum. And all the decorum points to is that the judge can do whatever they want to do to you without observing due process, without observing the rights that you have. And I'm telling you, they're not honorable. Judges are the lowest form of psychopath empowered individuals that I've ever seen. I have zero respect for them. None. I may act like it occasionally, but I don't have any respect for them. They hide behind judicial immunity and do whatever the fuck they want with no accountability. If a judge wants to say, I'll waive judicial immunity for this and I'll be fully accountable, I'll have respect for them. But anybody who can do whatever they want to do to you with no accountability doesn't deserve respect. Fuck them. I'm pissed.